Surviving the initial ambush and doing what it takes to get yourself to safety is perhaps the most important part of active self-protection. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of South Carolina. What we're going to see here is an officer who is shot on duty, who is going to teach us some important lessons about the incredible speed of real deadly force encounters, about the importance of emotional fitness to your survival, and about having first aid skills and equipment available. This officer has been called to a convenience store because the man who we're going to see in question here has been trying to steal, not from the store, but from one of the customers of the store. And he's wearing a glasses-mounted body camera that he bought himself. The department didn't buy that for him. He bought it for himself. So we're going to listen in on his body cam for quite a while, hear this interaction and how badly it goes, and then we're going to come back and as it continues and learn some lessons in just a minute.
Oh, that subject. Come here, man. Come here for a second. Come here. If you don't, you better stop, or I would. Come here. Come here. Stop. 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 Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket. If you don't stop, so I'm gonna tase you. I'm not playing with you. Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket. Shots fired! Damn! Shots fired! Dispatch, I'm in! This Echo Star, I'm in! I'm in! I'm a Tyson. Dispatch, help.
Care units dispatched or any available units dispatched. Respond. Top station. Fire. Gunshot fire. Subject hit on north. The officer, the suspect.
Dispatch, Echo 7, I'm hit. I'm hit in my neck someplace. My arms are broken. Help me, please.
Now, as the officer continues to struggle here, let's learn some lessons. I mean, he's obviously badly wounded, shot in the neck. I've sped it up here just for the sake of time. What we're going to see here as he's continuing to wait, how long backup's going to take, is we're going to see a bystander come in. We're not going to see him, but we're going to, kind of hear him off screen. If you go watch the original, see the bystander here. I've called 911. Is there anything I can do for you? This is why one of the big reasons I say your first aid skills are so important. He says he doesn't know much about first aid. How are you going to help somebody who needs help, whether it's a downed officer or somebody that's hurt in an automobile accident or whatever, if you don't have first aid skills and hopefully some tools on you? This is why I keep my first aid kit on me all the time. I've used it in car wrecks multiple times to help people. And of course, if you see a downed officer like this, you definitely want to be able to help him with some, Israeli bandage here. I don't know where the wound, and the wound was in his neck, but we don't know exactly what went down here. We're going to speed it up again just for the sake of time. But you're going to see them just stay with this guy here. And I think just offering a calming presence to the officer was really good. But having the first aid skills and the first aid tools and a plan to use them. I do think it's neat that the bystander here got on the officer's radio and started trying to learn, what do you want me to do? How do I help this guy? If you see an officer who's totally incapacitated, absolutely using his radio or her radio to get some help on the way is a very, very wise thing. Having first aid skills, getting that, his vest off of him, figuring out what's going on, and following those guidelines that the Committee for Tactical Combat Casualty Care has put guidelines in place. I'm going to link them in the description for those who are non-first responders, non-EMS, non-law enforcement to use in hot zones and warm zones and in cold zones to be able to, get somebody out of the danger zone and do the things that we can do before we get them to a hospital environment. And I think that that was a really thing that this man, this bystander really needed, the officer really needed as well. So having first, self-aid skill as well as buddy care skill, I think is very important here. Thankfully, the EMS got there, they got him, and he's okay. Do want to back up and learn a couple lessons here at the end about this one as it goes really fast. So we see the officer here with his, hand on his taser. Now watch how long it takes for the gun to come out. That gun came out so fast in just a 1/10 of a second. And the officer, you can see there, you can see the spray from his taser. That's the, the confetti that comes out. But that's just how fast it went down. Guy had his hand not there, and then all of a sudden that gun was out. Now, if the officer had a gun, I think he would have been first, but the taser wasn't going to do that there. That's why we say a taser is not an effective tool against a deadly threat, though the officer did not know that it was a deadly threat in advance. So that's the amount of time that officers have in some instances to make deadly force decisions, what you might have as well. So make sure that you have the tools in place as well as the first aid skills for yourself and for someone else to cover your ASP.